Well, come back to our channel, 7 Hidden Clues. A girl wants you but will never admit it. Women are mysterious, right? They rarely say exactly what they feel, especially when it comes to attraction. But what if I told you there are hidden clues, tiny subconscious signals that scream, I want you, but she'll never admit it out loud, according to research in psychology. Over 90% of human communication is nonverbal, which means when a woman is into you, she's showing it in ways most men completely miss. And that's exactly why so many guys second-guess themselves. And if you stick around till the end, I've got a bonus sign that's even more powerful than the rest. Let's get into it. Welcome to Emma. She finds excuses to be around you, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. 1. Her pupils dilate when she looks at you. Here's something most guys never pay attention to, but once you do, you'll never miss it again. A woman's pupils naturally dilate when she's around someone she is attracted to. And no, this isn't some random dating myth, it's backed by neurological science. When we see something or someone that excites us, our sympathetic nervous system kicks in. This increases dopamine levels and causes the pupils to expand, almost as if her eyes are trying to take in more of you. A study published in the journal Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews found that pupil dilation is a consistent biological response to attraction, and it's completely subconscious. She can't fake it and she can't control it. So next time you're talking to her, pay attention. Are her pupils wider than usual? Is she holding eye contact just a little longer? If so, she might be seeing you as more than just a friend. 2. She initiates submissive touches. If a woman is into you, she'll find an excuse to touch you. And no, we're not talking about obvious moves like grabbing your hand or pulling you in for a hug. Those are easy to spot. Instead, pay attention to the small. She remembers small details about you, touches the ones she doesn't even realize she's making. Maybe she brushes lint off your shirt. Maybe she accidentally touches your arm when she laughs. Maybe she playfully bumps into you or rests her hand on your shoulder, just a second longer than necessary. These are what we call submissive touches, gentle, non-threatening, and low-key ways for her to close the physical gap between you two. Why does this matter? Because women are wired to be selective about physical contact. If she's breaking that barrier first, it's her subconscious way of saying, I am comfortable with you 3. She unknowingly tilts her pelvis toward you. This one flies under the radar for most men, but once you see it, you'll always notice it. A woman's body language is one of the most powerful indicators of attraction, and one of the biggest clues, the way she positions her pelvis. Here's how it works when a woman is attracted to someone. Her body naturally angles toward them, even when she's standing in a group. She might turn her hips toward you instead of the others. If she's sitting, she might cross her legs in a way that directs her body toward you. This isn't just random positioning, it's her subconscious, inviting you into her space. Psychologists call this pelvic. Her body language gives her away engagement, a subtle but powerful form of body language that signals attraction and comfort. So the next time you're out, watch how she aligns her body, if she's consistently facing you. Even when she doesn't have to, it's a sign she's drawn to you on a deeper level. 4. She tests you with controlled resistance. Now this one confuses a lot of guys. Sometimes a woman who's interested in you won't just make it obvious. Instead, she'll test you not in a manipulative way, but in a way that helps her gauge your confidence and emotional strength. She might challenge you on something minor, playfully disagree, or make a teasing comment to see how you react. She's not looking for an argument, she's checking if you can hold your own. This is what we call controlled resistance, a natural way for women to screen for strength, leadership, and confidence. Think of it like this. If a woman didn't care about you, she wouldn't bother testing you, but if she suddenly challenges you, laughs and stays engaged, that's her way of figuring out if you're the type of guy she can truly be drawn to. The key here is to stay cool and composed. Don't get defensive. Just play along. Confidence wins here every single time. 5. She teases you playfully. Her breathing pattern changes. You might not notice this one at first, but once you do, it's an undeniable clue. Attraction affects breathing patterns. It's a physiological response, not just an emotional one when a woman is around someone she finds attractive. Her nervous system subconsciously adjusts her breathing. It might become shallower and quicker, a sign of excitement, or slower, and more deliberate, a sign of deep emotional connection. Ever noticed, woman, take a deep breath when she's standing close to you? That's her body literally preparing itself for an emotional or physical response. She might also more often adjust her posture or even play with her hair while inhaling slightly. These are all subtle but undeniable clues that she feels something for you next time you're close to her. Pay attention, her breathing will tell you everything. 6. She mirrors your vocal cadence and tone. Here's something most guys overlook, but it's one of the clearest signs of attraction mirroring. When a woman is drawn to you, she'll start unconsciously copying your speech patterns, your tone, even your choice of words. This isn't something she does, and intentionally, it's hardwired into human psychology. Psychologists call it the chameleon effect, and it happens when we feel a deep connection with someone. It's our brain's way of building rapport and making the other person feel more at ease. So let's say you tend to speak in she mirrors your actions slower, more deliberate way. Watch if she starts doing the same, or maybe you use certain phrases, and a few minutes later she slips them into the conversation. That's not random. It's her subconsciously syncing with you. And here's where it gets really interesting. This doesn't just happen in conversations. If you lean in, she might lean in too. If you lower your voice, she might follow. It's her way of closing the distance, creating a rhythm between you two, without even realizing it. So next time you're with her, pay attention to how she speaks, when she's comfortable versus when she's around you, if she's mirroring you. Even in subtle ways, she's already aligning herself with you without saying a word. #Sess, she mentions future plans that include you. Here's the thing. Women don't bring up the future with guys. They don't see in it. If she's casually mentioning plans that involve you weeks or even months from now, that's not by accident. It's her way of mentally placing you in her life. Now, she won't say something obvious like, I see us together in 5 years. Instead, it's going to be subtle. She might drop hints like, we should check out that new restaurant sometime, or playfully say, imagine if we both ended up at that. She subtly tests your reactions event. How funny would that be? At first, it might seem like just small talk. But here's what's actually happening. She's planting the seed. If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't be imagining you in her future at all. The fact that she's even bringing it up means she's already thought about it. And here's an easy way to test this when she mentions future plans. See how she reacts if you agree, if she smiles, lights up, or continues the conversation. That's your clue. So pay attention if she's weaving you into her future, even in a light-hearted way. She's already seeing you as more than just a passing moment, all right? If you've made it this far, you're officially ahead of the game. You're paying attention, you're picking up on the clues, and you're learning things. Most guys completely miss. So let's do this. Drop game recognized in the comments, so I know you're locked in. Let's see who's really paying attention. Bonus point. She becomes more feminine around you now. For those of you who stuck around until the end, this one's just for you. One of the most powerful yet underrated signs of attraction. A woman naturally becomes more feminine around a man she admires. And no, this isn't something she consciously decides to do. It's an automatic shift in her energy. Have you ever noticed how some women seem bold and assertive in most situations, but when they're around a guy, she gets jealous but hides it? They like their voice softens, their movements become more delicate, and they even start laughing a little more. That's not by accident. This happens because, on a biological level, attraction triggers a response that makes her lean into her feminine energy, whether it's adjusting her posture, fixing her hair, or even adopting a slightly more playful or nurturing tone when speaking to you. So if a woman who's normally composed suddenly becomes more gentle, giggly, or even slightly shy around you, she's not just being polite. It's her way of signaling attraction without having to say a single word. And now that you know this, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Attraction isn't just about what she says. It's in the little details, their unspoken signals most guys never notice. But now you're ahead of the game. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It really helps the channel and gets this content to more people. Subscribe for daily insights like this and share this with someone who needs to hear it. We've also handpicked the next video just for you. Go check it out. See you tomorrow.